1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my big stuff. Cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. No easy watch my blemishes, but I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS.
Hello.
And welcome to Obscure Tape Time, the show where we watch VHS in their entirety and invite you to suffer along with us.
Start to finish.
How you been? What have you been up to since last episode?
Yeah, things.
Things and stuff?
Yeah, it's not been a good couple of weeks. Just
Sure,
sickness
okay.
and other issues and whatnot. Anyway, what about you?
It was a bad pour. Same sort of stuff as I always do. Lots of fun things, because I'm exciting. It
Not.
was Valentine's Day the other day.
Yeah.
Did you have a date?
Nope.
Oh,
Who the fuck can do that when you have a kid who needs attention and a wife who won't let anyone else give him the attention instead of us?
well, I don't have that, so I had a date. That was fun. I'm trying to figure out how to segue to the videos with a little bit of talkies. Oh, by the way, our name here. The Bat Prince and the Peter D and the train set. How cool is that? Let's see. Segues to what we're doing. I did get some tapes while I was out on adventures. I got one about, I don't know how to say it, and I'm probably getting it wrong, but like Quan Ji, or the art of being good at stuff.
Oh,
Like one of those like Senti or Chi videos.
yeah.
And a master teaching you how to, and I was really interested in that. It's got like some mold on the bottom of it, so I have to clean it all up.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was gonna try and make some sort of cute, witty sub thing going from Valentine's Day to say, hey, maybe we should lose weight and then we get more dates. And I don't know where I found this frickin' tape, but it's a self-hypnosis tape for perfect weight, perfect body. It's gonna have some subliminal messages in it. So I don't know. Is that like a real thing that we have to give trigger warnings for?
I have no idea
Like,
what
is
we're
it
supposed to give trigger warnings for at this.
Like, is there any
point.
science to it to make us be like culpable and liable for showing this?
Probably not.
Well, that's good
'Cause
then. We're
if
gonna
I
watch
watched the whole
phony
thing
science.
about trigger warnings that said that the main reason that people use them is to know whether they actually do want to watch something or not. So, what I mean by that is like the trigger warning serves more to like say to people like, "Oh, guess what's in my video."
Oh, well, no, I don't want to do that. Just, if you're gonna get sick from hypnotic things, this is not the video for you. But if it doesn't work, which we should know within the first 5 minutes of watching it, right?
If that, yeah, less than.
Then we're gonna learn some self-hypnosis. I'm pretty sure that the circus found this tape up in his little trash heap one last time, and I'm like, oh, I have another tape that can go with. So yeah, we're gonna get all hypnotic today. just because. Oh, actually, it is something else I want to talk about. I did go on an adventure last week, the other side of Melbourne, to donate quite a lot of my more specialty cult DVDs that I'm just don't want to hold on to.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to see them go to nowhere.
Yeah.
There is a lady named CJ that I met. She's very lovely, and she has a little shop on the other side of Melbourne called VHS Days.
Cool.
And she's a horror movie fanatic, and she's selling VHS out of a little store. So we went to the store, handed her over a box of DVDs, and said, "Ha, you deal with that." And she did.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah,
That's good.
and she's trying to make some. And we got a pin from her. This one.
I like that.
It's a little pink VHS that says hentai on it.
I like that.
And then we were at a free gothic market on the weekend, and we picked up this little VHS pin that says horror and chill with a knife on it.
Hell yeah.
I got little pink VHS tapes going all over my jacket. Oh, and I sewed my jacket up with pink.
Even better.
Yeah,
Now it's all relevant.
it's all relevant. All right. We'll start off with the hypnosis. Now remember, it does have audio and video subliminal suggestions. Generates an eyes open, altered state of consciousness. 2 kinds of hypnotic and 2 kinds of subliminal. This might be one of those things that we revisit on one of those dark episodes, depending on how good or bad it is. We're going to lose weight by watching a video.
Sounds good.
Why wouldn't you want to spend money on that?
I mean, the other one was $2, so
Yeah, that's a good price. What's the recommended retail on either of these, by the way? It's going to be like hundreds. I should probably just stare at the screen and shush. Ooh. I like the graphic.
yeah, that's a cool intro.
Valley of the Sun video from Malibu, California.
Also, what's up, Apostrophe? How you doing, dude?
I heard that the Danes want to buy California off Trump.
The tape you are about to watch is extremely powerful, incorporating visual and verbal hypnosis, plus audio and video subliminal
I'm there
suggestions.
already.
Although you will feel relaxed, most people do not
Kill
realize they
John
remain in
Lennon.
eyes open, altered state of consciousness when the countdown is complete. You will probably feel as you normally do while watching television, but your mind will be functioning at an alpha level and subconsciously
Alpha?
receptive
Oh,
to
boy.
suggestions.
Yeah, that's like
Now you may
Overwatch
close
and
your eyes
trouble.
at any time
I'm gonna
while
need a
viewing the tape
dexamphetamine for this.
and continue to receive the full value of the verbal suggestions and audio subliminal. But you will miss the visual subliminal suggestions which are flashed on
What do you
the
mean
screen.
going fine today? You're under like 10
the end
feet
of
of
the tape,
snow.
You will be awakened with positive suggestion. But if for any reason you need to awaken
Yeah,
before
but
this,
in Quebec
simply count
standards, that's
yourself
fine.
from 1 to 5 and say the
Alright.
words. Why?
They call that Tuesday.
All right.
I like
And
how you
now
altered the
you're
date for
perfectly
where we are.
comfortable, and it's time to begin to watch
Wednesday,
the screen.
yeah. Oh,
Soften your focus.
people are going in and
and
out of
keep
my
your
house.
eyes on the
Oh,
center
good.
of the screen. Breathe deeply and relax completely. Breathe deeply and relax completely.
I'm incapable of relaxation.
Take a deep breath in and hold it for as long as you comfortably can. And then let the breath slowly out through slightly parted lips. And when you think the breath is all the way out,
This guy's
contract your
voice is
stomach
reminding me of
muscles
that
and
guy
push it even further out
Which guy?
and
with the
further.
Gatorade
Then repeat the
Uh,
process.
and the big
And
ears.
as you do, you
The cultural
feel
guy.
yourself just
Oh,
begin to
right,
let go
right.
and
Jim
relax.
Jones kind of fella.
Yeah.
Relax.
Is it just gonna be this the whole time?
Relax.
Yeah. It only goes for half an hour, then we get a proper video.
Okay.
It's okay.
No, it's fine with me.
Breathing
That wasn't a
deeply.
complaint. That was just a, oh, here we go.
And relaxing completely.
I hope it's a one single recording of the guy's
allowing the
voice though, so he gets
quietness
like
of spirit
bored
to
by the
come
end.
Yeah, it just slowly starts to lose that steam.
Slow down your thought. When external thoughts come into your mind, simply brush them aside and return your attention to the screen and the sound of my
ADHD, bro.
as you
Focus
None
on
of
the
this.
different dots
deeply
then.
And
Try
none of
and
this.
give them all
and
names.
relax completely.
Yeah, but I'll get bored of that in like 3 seconds. And
Breathing
then
deeply
next thing I know, I'm not watching
and
the tape
relaxing
anymore.
completely. So relaxed and so
Oh, I
at
did that
ease.
hack where I turned a half an hour into seconds just to make people hurry up.
You what?
And so at ease.
Apparently it's a thing you can do to ADHD people. If you tell them that they got half an hour, then they'll
And in
go have a
just a
shower,
moment,
brush their teeth,
I'm
and
going to
put on their
begin
makeup
to
and
relax
do the
your
dishes and
body
everything. But you
one
tell them you got it
part
in
at a
seconds,
time.
they're like, holy shit, I can cancel that, and they hurry
And
up.
as I do, you can
No, it doesn't work on
accelerate
me.
the process.
Oh, I wouldn't expect it to work on you.
The more
Sending
pressure you put on me,
relaxing
then
signals
the worse
to
it's
that
probably
part
gonna
of your
go.
body.
Yeah,
quicker
no,
I'm
you
gonna be
pressure
to
break
give up.
down
So
quick,
let's
but for
begin
the other
now
ones,
with the toes of your feet
it worked.
and the relaxing
fun.
power is coming
Ah,
into the
dick.
toes
I
of
apologize.
both of your feet at the same time. It's moving right on down into the ball, into your arches, into your heels, and right on up to your ankle.
Yeah, that would be
Completely
fucking
relaxed.
hilarious.
Completely relaxed. Now
That's a bit for the
feel
live
the
show right there.
relaxing power
Yeah,
moving
write it down. Put it in the
close to
Discord.
knee.
We watch a hypnotic video, but then people do things behind us
Relaxing
while we're
No,
not
one
paying
thing is
attention.
like I announce that like, hey, I'm allowed to have one beer tonight,
Moving on
Oh, yeah,
up
yeah.
your legs
and then some,
to your
and then we
thighs,
play something like this, and I'm
I'm
like,
watching the video, and you're just behind me going,
permeating every cell.
funny.
no, someone just comes up and takes it.
oh,
I didn't even get the beer.
oh.
And the relaxing power now comes into the
Yeah, or
And then you'll be like,
fingers.
where's my beer? And you already had it. And this, hypnotic video. You don't want another one, right?
Oh.
Feel
I'm not allowed another one.
relaxing.
Can't say that it didn't happen.
Feel the relaxing power move on up into your forearm. Relaxing your forearm. And on up now into your upper arm.
If I was seriously told to do this,
Completely
it would be
relaxing
torture.
your upper arm.
I could do it.
And your fingers and
100% could not.
hands and forearms and upper arms and now.
I couldn't do it the way they want me
just
to do it.
completely
I'd just be
relaxed.
singing the Doctor Who theme in my head constantly.
And the relaxing power now moves on down.
still waiting for Tom Baker's face to flash on the screen.
Feel the warmth in the base of your spine and feel it begin to move very slowly.
I like how everyone with a
your
video
spine.
or camera that could connect to their TV in
your
the
spine.
early 90s were very impressed that they could replicate the
Your
original
spine.
Doctor Who
And into
intro
the
because
back
that's exactly what they
of
did.
your neck and shoulder.
Hello, Ms. Bat.
What hypnosis is he
In
using?
the back of your neck
Um,
and shoulder.
A cross
muscles
between
and now
talking really slowly
Loose.
and showing us Doctor Who.
limp,
ASMR.
loose. and
Oh
limp.
yeah, this is like the original ASMR videos. People loved
Just
this. They
completely
weren't getting
relaxed.
hypnotized, they were just feeling nice.
And the relaxing
Turns out
power
hypnosis is just
now
ASMR before we found out that
moves on
existed.
The back of your neck and into your scalp. Relaxing your scalp.
My therapist once
Feel
said,
your scalp
like, asked if I'd be
relaxing.
interested in hypnotherapy, and I was like,
And it's now
It'd never
draining
fucking work on me.
down into your
No, she said
cushions.
hypnotherapy, hippotherapy, as in you go see the
Right.
hippopotamuses
Relaxed
and you
and
like
tired.
you get to feed them
Yeah.
some bamboos,
But you
that's
keep
pretty
them
cool.
open
Yeah.
and focus softly upon
and then
the
you can
screen.
teach them how to do rap.
I would have to
Facial
learn how to
muscles
rap first.
are
You
relaxing.
can learn it off the rhinoceroses.
Your jaw is relaxed.
This is getting very complicated.
It's also just
Allow
a
a little
ridiculous
space
reference to
between
Flight of the
your teeth.
Conchords that I probably shouldn't even be making so hard.
See, I never watched it.
The hippopotamus.
Your
And the rhyme
entire
Rhinoceros.
body is now relaxed all over.
Okay, that definitely
in
sounds
every
like their
way,
kind of humor.
and
Yeah.
all
I approve.
tension is gone.
I should definitely watch it.
From your
I
body
imagine it
and
would
mind.
definitely be up my alley. That
And
level of
as you
silliness.
continue to watch the screen,
Oh, yeah.
I want you to imagine yourself going into the screen. Into
Ooh,
the
like
screen.
in that stamp video.
Oh yeah.
To the screen. As you go down, 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 deeper and deeper.
I think we found a,
into relaxing,
A background to put
level
on to the other video we watched last
mind.
episode.
Deeper and deeper
True.
as I count backwards
This is true.
from 7
This would work.
to 1.
This would definitely work.
Letting go.
We just have to
of
find the band and the song.
physical and going
So we can use an actual like
down,
good quality
down
version of the song.
into receptive.
I'm gonna put my feelers out
middle realm.
in about a week.
number
I'm gonna start. 'Cause
seven.
I did deep
Deeper,
researchy internet things about them.
deeper,
Absolutely.
Deeper,
Absolutely nothing. They're not online.
Down.
I
Absolutely.
cannot
I even
find
asked
shit.
the AI, and the AI was like, "Yeah,
number
this is before the internet.
six.
They're probably not online." I'm like, "Thanks,
Deeper,
AI. Thanks for checking, though."
deeper,
And gave me a whole bunch of other
deeper,
suggestions. And I'm like, I will do those
But the
suggestions.
fact they're not on the internet at all,
Down.
like no reference to them,
Number
we're it.
5.
Yep,
We are it.
Deeper.
but we'll start sharing it out.
deeper,
And I'm gonna
deeper,
send it to other people that are
down,
pretty knowledgeable in the
down,
local music history
down,
and stuff. I got a bunch of contacts for that.
number 4.
They might recognize one.
Deeper.
Like when we did that.
Probably just post on Reddit as well. Anyone
Deeper.
recognize any of these guys or the
Down.
band?
Yep, for sure.
Down.
Ah.
Down.
Because the fact they had their own merch makes me think they at least played a few shows, at least,
Deeper.
right?
That's right.
Deeper. Deeper. Down. Down.
And considering I have 2 of those
Down.
tapes, means they did 2
Number
songs in that first
2.
video, and there's at least one other song.
Deeper.
So they did music
3-track EP
videos.
at least.
Down.
At least.
Down. Down. Number 1.
I just want that Roadkill song, the first one, more
And
than
you are
anything.
now very open.
Yeah, I was
and receptive.
listening to the song when I was capping
Your
it
body
and
is
cutting it
going
up.
to sleep.
And yeah, I don't like it.
But your
It's not as
mind
good.
is awake.
I don't mind
and
it.
alert
Kind
on
of
all
sounds
levels.
like
We are
really
removing
too
the
much of its
filters
era.
that normally separate
Yeah,
you
but I
from
mean, I'm into
subconscious
that.
and superconscious awareness.
As long as it's not the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
But let's go down.
I just don't like the
even
main
deeper,
line of the song. When I dream. I don't like the way he says it.
deeper,
Anyway,
deeper, deeper,
deeper
down,
down.
down, down. Number
Prices are down
6.
at calls.
Deeper,
Number 6.
deeper, deeper, down.
This doesn't sound like hypnosis. This sounds like instructions in the bedroom.
Number
How
5.
far down can you go, though?
Deeper,
Until you're back to the top.
deeper, down, down.
Yeah, but, like,
Number 4.
surely we're below the bed now.
Deeper,
Just wondering where the fuck I've gone.
deeper, down,
Down 10.
down, down. Number 3. Deeper,
Shoulders deeper than the borderline, you reckon?
deeper, down,
You're gross.
down. Number 2. Deeper, 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 down.
I tell you what, the hypnosis may not be working on my brain, but it's working on my leg.
Number
I think that might be the dog that
Iron.
is sitting on it.
He's a hypnosis dog.
It can be, yeah.
now very, very deep. And I want to give you a self-releasing suggestion.
A self-releasing
If
suggestion.
at
Oh.
any time you
Is it
desire
slow-release?
to awaken to full
Are we
beta
finally gonna get
simply
to
count
ejaculate?
yourself up from 1 to 5 and say the word
You gotta last the whole half hour.
wide awake.
Oh.
You're in control and can awaken yourself at
man.
any time. And now, as new impressions appear, continue to focus softly upon the center of the screen. And take a deep, deep breath. And as you let it out
It's making me
slowly,
sleepy.
It's
imagine
working.
your body relaxing.
You're gonna lose weight in no
as
time.
it's
I don't
never
feel relaxed though.
before.
You're not meant to. You're meant to lose weight.
Oh.
It's the Thames
And you
intro.
are now relaxed and at ease and centered upon achieving your goals. You are at peace and feel in balance and in harmony.
Now that we're hypnotized, is this
A
where the dumb
quietness of
shit's gonna
spirit
start?
permeates your
I don't
body
think
and
I've ever
mind.
felt peaceful.
And we are now going to work together to create the reality
What
you
about
desire to
pieces of
live.
full?
No.
And I'm going
think
to
I've always
begin
been
by giving you
fractured.
several positive suggestions which will be communicated to every level of your body and mind. Now you are open to these suggestions, which you will accept and act upon. You have the power and ability to attain the perfect weight and body. You have the self-discipline
Where
to
from?
do what is required to attain the body you desire.
Oh, good.
You now control your weight, and every day you become thinner. You eat healthy foods in smaller portions at meals.
I do.
You stick to your diet.
I do.
You live a healthy lifestyle and exercise daily.
It's never gonna happen.
You now attain your weight goals and the body you desire. You have the power and ability to take control of your body and your life. Thin is your key word for conditioned response.
No, fit.
And these suggestions have been communicated to every level
Yeah,
of
do
your
those
body and
dino
mind.
exercises.
And so it is. You do have the self-discipline to do what is required to attain the body you desire.
And trust me on the
And you
sunscreen.
do it. You do it. You have the power and ability to attain the perfect weight and body. And this now becomes your reality because you are clear on your intent. And you give this goal a top priority. You eat healthy foods, smaller portions at meals, and you stick to your diet. And I now want to use a repeat technique to saturate your subconscious mind with a message. Together, we will communicate it to every
luck,
level
brother.
of your body and mind. So say the words along with me,
No.
out loud, or if you prefer, silently in your mind. If
No,
you
out loud.
choose to say them silently, please shout them out silently and hear them echo out across the universe.
Shout them out silently
back
and
to
echo
you.
out through the universe. Like it.
I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire.
I have the
Too many words.
self-discipline
I
think
have
I
the
just saw some words
self-discipline
appear on
to
the screen.
attain the weight and body I
that
desire.
I desire from the morgue.
I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire. I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire. I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire. I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire. I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and
Yeah,
body
fuck
I
it.
desire.
I'm goddamn ordering a cheeseburger.
I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire.
Got chicken parmesan on top
I
of this
have the
joint.
self-discipline to attain the weight and body I
Yeah,
desire.
no.
I have the self-discipline to attain the weight and body I desire. That's right. You
That's right.
do have the self-discipline to do whatever you need to do to attain the weight and body you desire. And you do it. From this moment on, you take control of your body and your life. And I am now going to give you a key trigger word for post-hypnotic conditioned response.
Ooh.
Any time in your daily life that you feel the need of support for your weight and body goal, you will simply stop what you are doing, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and say this word quietly to yourself. Thin. The
Thin.
word
Why not make the word "and"
is a
so that you
conditioned
hear it all
response
the time?
signal to your
Because then you
subconscious
die of
mind, and when you say this
malnutrition.
word,
Not necessarily,
you
because you're eating
draw
healthy and
on the
exercising
unlimited
every day.
power of your subconscious
That's the
mind
point.
Well,
to
it should be
support
fit.
you in the
It
fulfillment
should
of
be,
your
but
desire.
it's the 90s and all people cared about
When
was
you
not
say
being
this
fat.
key trigger word,
You can have sugar,
you will
just not
feel
fat.
a surge of self-discipline.
I
and
feel like
renewed
Finn would come up
dedication
in
to your weight
conversation
and
less
body
often
goal.
as fit. Like, does this thing
The
fit in
word
this container?
thin now
Rather than,
becomes
"Ooh,
a
this
powerful
paper's really
post-hypnotic
thin."
suggestion you will experience.
Well, I mean,
as
I guess it
totally
depends on who
effective.
you are and what your life's like.
And every time you hear
Copy
this
paper's so
suggestion,
thin it only has one
and every
side.
time you use your thin programming, it
Thin.
becomes more and more effective. And from this moment on, you create the reality you desire to live. You are fully aware that unhappiness and failure are self-inflicted, and happiness and success are self-bestowed. And now, once again, repeat a powerful affirmation along with me. I now take control of my body and my life. I now take control of my
This
body
angelic
and my
thing.
life.
There is text popping up.
Yeah. I'm totally
I
gonna
now
freeze frame
take
that.
control
Like, how
of
is
my
that?
body
Like, no
and
one
my
can
life.
read that fast.
I can. It
Well,
I
said.
now take
You got
control
gypped.
of my body and my life.
Thanks for the money, loser.
I now take control
It says,
of my
I
body
took
and my life.
control of my wealth and sold you this VHS tape.
I now take control of my body and my life.
Maybe it just says what he's saying.
I
Probably.
now take control of my body and my life. I now take control of my body and my life. I now take control of my body and my life.
Whoa, that was a complete
I
picture that
now take
Oh, I
control
didn't even
of
see
my
'cause I was too
body
busy
and
looking
my
at the
life.
guy's face.
time.
That's right.
That's right.
You do now take control
Just to picture
of
him
your
holding a
body
stack
and your
of fat
life.
ones. Stack of
And you
cash.
have the power and ability to attain the perfect weight and perfect body. You have the self-discipline to do what is required to attain the body you desire. You now
Deja
control
vu.
your weight, and every day you become thinner.
No, I had to
You eat
repeat this
healthy
and they still
foods
couldn't
in
quite get
smaller
to half an hour
portions
yet.
at meals. You stick to your diet. You live a healthy lifestyle and exercise daily. You now attain
Never
your
gonna
weight
happen, I'm
goals
afraid.
and the body you desire.
Way too tired all the time.
And thin is your key word for conditioned response. And these suggestions
text.
have been communicated to every level of your body and mind.
Well, maybe you just
And
need
so
to
it
take
is.
time to watch this video once a day.
And now,
Yeah,
before I
that's
awaken,
definitely not gonna happen.
Stay out of
please
my
focus your
room, I'm
attention upon your
meditating.
desires as they relate to these suggestions. Think about the positive ways this programming can affect your life. To
Yeah, but you were
imagine
gonna
or
help me,
visualize your
rather than
desires
telling
as
me
already
just to do stuff.
accomplished generates
That's how everybody
powerful
helps
subconscious programming.
Just,
So now,
put your parents'
in your
house up for
mind,
mortgage.
see yourself having already attained your perfect weight and perfect
It's
body.
true. If they don't do
And
it
if
for you,
it's
they don't
easier
love you.
to imagine with your eyes closed, you can close them now, while I am quiet for a while. Imagine your desires as already accomplished.
Love to be a robot.
Get married, reproduce, dance the funky chicken on your 53rd birthday.
I don't want to live that long.
Jesus, don't say that, I'm nearly there.
Yeah, but
I'm like 10 years off it, so. Yeah, pay taxes.
I don't want to do that either.
What's that?
Subliminal messaging.
Hmm?
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah, you pulled me in line. I was a trash bag before I met you.
I'll always be a trash bag. It's just now I smell less like beer. That's the only difference. Buy the second one! In part 2, we'll go into some in-depth tactics to get you to lose weight. Really, really.
But only through hypnosis.
Of course.
You.
You just ran out of things to say? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. If that doesn't help him, then, like, the fuck do you want me to do? Did my bit. Probably. It's probably like 10 of them.
Oh! It's a schooner.
Can't see the boat!
You gotta see the schooner, Ms. Bats.
Can that kind of text really help if you can't even fucking read it? Like, no part of me is able to read that. I can't get a single word in. Because it flashes,
If we
like,
had the space boat, he'd tell you about it.
by the time, like, I've noticed that it's flashed up, it's gone. So I'm not reading a single fucking word. That, and sometimes it's so small and just, like, singular color that even if it was up for a few seconds, I probably couldn't read it.
Spaceboat was showing us a thing about how they used to do advertising. They used to print cocks on everything. And then they'd print over the top of the cocks with real pictures, and like you couldn't see the difference. I mean, ink is ink. It's gone over the cock, but they thought there'd be like an underlying sexual thing there, so that you'd want to buy more things.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Also, we found a blowjob in one of those countdown things. I think countdown time is like one single frame.
Hell yeah.
One of the ones that used to go out to air.
See, that's pretty awesome. That was definitely, like, completely purposely done, like, knowing that's
Of
going to
course.
air. They were like, haha.
But they also found out that it doesn't work. I think the army found that one out.
Maybe if they put a sexy lady, it
And
would
in
work.
just a moment, I'm going
Yeah.
to wake you up.
Oh,
You'll awaken with your head clear, thinking and acting with calm
head feels heavy.
self-assurance and feeling glad
Not
to be
clear,
alive.
heavy.
You feel at peace with yourself, the world, and
Clouded.
everyone in it.
Exhausted.
And on the count of 5, you will open your eyes and be wide awake, fully alert.
Was I meant to have my eyes
filled
closed
with
the whole
energy
time?
and enthusiasm.
no, you gotta stare at the screen. You gotta stare
Number
right at the
one.
center.
I'm confused then. Why would I need to open my eyes if they're already open?
Your internal eye, your third eye.
I don't have a third eye.
Coming on up and at peace with all life. Number 3, sense the balance and harmony within you. Number 4, recall the situation in the room. And number 5, wide awake, wide awake. You are now fully awake.
Wide
and alert,
awake. Kill
and you
John
feel
Lennon.
Good.
He don't know me.
Induction animation by Denise. Music by Robert Slap. He makes music that slaps. We can get the soundtrack.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's an ITV production.
Thanks, ITV. Stephen Suitfin. Dick Suitfin.
Right, for a catalogue of hundreds of self-help and self-exploration
Fucking
tapes.
hell.
There you go. This is just one of hundreds.
Oh, 1989 for that one. Jesus Christ.
Do we get trailers for other ones? I like it didn't even go to the 30.
It
Pray
probably
for
did.
props
It's 29. And I think it might have started on negative, so. Because this VCR remembers the time from the last tape that was in there. You actually have to like turn it off and back on again for it to.
Okay.
Very strange.
Well,
Fascinating.
I'm glad that I'm gonna slowly lose weight again. That's nice.
Yeah, I'd like to get back to losing weight. Don't think that's going to be the catalyst, though.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if I start just suddenly losing weight now, then yeah, I will thank that guy.
If you lose weight at any time between now and the future, I will thank that guy.
I mean, what if I get sick and
Yep.
that causes it?
Yep.
Then I'll be cursing that guy. This wasn't part of the deal. You never told me it was a monkey paw situation.
We're over 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
I'm upset that they didn't have trailers for other ones where it was like different animations.
Oh, well. Let's get that rewound.
Alright, we got Marshall Sylvia's self-hypnosis.
Oh, this one's going to be interesting.
But this one's going to teach you the incredible power of self-hypnosis.
Maybe we should have watched it first then, so at least we know what's going on.
Well, no, I like it the other way around. If that doesn't work, we'll just learn how to do it ourselves instead of rely on a video. Rather than picking it apart. We can pick it apart later. Well, this one needs to be rewound. Somebody actually wanted it.
Poor bastard.
Man, the lady on the cover wasn't in the video.
I know, I was going to mention that. Like, they should have just had her on the whole time.
Yeah, and stare at that. Especially if it had stars flying in front of it.
Hell yeah. Or just put her in a time cube or
See, that's the
something.
problem with having different copyright laws for covers and content.
Stock image.
Stock image is okay for cover, but not for the content. It's kind of like when they got the rights to the old Looney Tune videos, and they had the rights for the video, but not the cover, so they had to draw their own versions. From where was this from? I'd say no, it's not, because they're just trying to sell Californians crap that they don't need. But this is more like trying to teach you to sell people crap they don't need.
Or teaching you how to be one of them, like, spiritual guru types who scams people out of a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, Carney.
You can become a shaman.
Shaman Carney. He's been on the late night show with David Letterman, apparently. Is that meant to be an impressive thing,
Hello
or do they
there,
just
and
get
welcome
heaps
to
of
this
people?
training in self-hypnosis. I'm Marshall Silver, and in this
This is
video, I'm
interesting.
going to teach you how to put yourself into trance, and also how to
Yeah,
structure
glass bricks.
self-hypnotic suggestions for maximum impact. Before we begin, I want to say thank you again for allowing me to be the person who allows you to get more in your life. More
You're
money,
welcome.
more love, and more power. Get ready, get set, and we begin.
Broad stuff. He's talking like how crypto people talk now.
Yeah. Experience the power.
Silver. That's a pretty good intro too. Maybe
Like
not as
the
good as the
marbling.
last one, but
It
it's
looks
still
like my
pretty good.
kitchen top. It is my kitchen top. Yes, you can change your mind. Self-hypnosis training video. We should actually have the
In
title
this
on the
session, I'm going
cover.
to do a number
I like
of
that
things.
title.
First of all, I'm going to remove all your myths about hypnosis.
Instead, it looks like
I'm
a
also
horror
going to
movie.
teach you
Yeah,
what hypnosis
it just
really
says
is,
self-hypnosis.
as well as how to
Peeping
respond
Tom.
to hypnotic suggestions. I'm also going to give you my personal
He's
strategies
peering out
for
from the
creating the
shadows.
most effective hypnotic suggestions ever created.
What is that thing?
To begin with, get comfortable and be sure that you won't
This
be
set
disturbed
looks too
for at
deliberate
least
to
the
not-
first
It's
20
an
minutes of this
art.
lesson.
Hmm.
As you're learning the techniques of hypnosis and all the
It is
suggestions,
one art.
you may want to stop me from time to
Big
time.
pot
Then
of
back me up
yellow flowers.
so you can gain the full impact of our
Also
lesson
an
together.
art.
You have many resources at your command, most of which you already use in some way.
I do.
During our time together,
Such
you'll learn
as
how to relax and let your life happen on purpose. You'll also learn how to become
280
more
HD
powerful,
for that, bro.
and
Move
power
on.
is for use.
Give up.
Hypnosis is an extraordinary state of mental, physical, and psychological relaxation. In this relaxed state, you're most responsive to suggestions. Hypnosis is
Oh,
also
yeah, we
something
still have that
absolutely
video
anybody
somewhere.
can use. It's not magic, and it's not against anybody's religion. It's simply a way of creating new responses for your mind and body. Most people don't realize that they're responding to self-imposed trance suggestions every day. If you vote, or if you watch television commercials, chances are self-hypnosis and hypnotic techniques have been used on you. Let me give you another example. If you're the kind of a person who has a tough time getting up in the morning, you actually have to give yourself a suggestion to make this difficult. I mean, how difficult is it to hoist yourself up, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and simply
Depends.
stand
How many
up?
times did I wake up overnight?
Now, the majority of us are fortunate enough that we have that physical ability to do this. To make it difficult, you've got to convince yourself mentally that getting out of bed is difficult, or you wouldn't stop yourself from doing so. You wouldn't hit that sleep alarm just 5 more times to get half an hour more sleep. When you've convinced yourself that it's hard to get up, or that it's difficult to stop smoking
That's
or
how you
lose
end up in
weight,
sleep debt,
or
brother.
anything else,
That's not
you've
a
done
good thing.
exactly what hypnosis is. What's neat is, if you can do this, you've got what it takes to make a great hypnotic subject. You've learned to non-critically accept
Camera two.
suggestions.
There we go.
Hypnosis is a process of responding to what I call mind triggers. To
Is it
understand
an harmless
completely,
angel
you
who's
need
Trigger
to
warning?
understand
head
that you
knocked
have
off?
2 minds. You have a conscious mind and a
Yeah, I've got no
subconscious mind.
fucking idea.
Your conscious mind is what we call the critical factor. It's the mind that's listening to me right now, and it's determining whether the information I'm giving to you is appropriate for you or not. Your subconscious mind, on the other hand, is just a computer. It's non-critical. It doesn't know how to make judgment. When you learn how to non-critically accept suggestions and become more powerful, you've learned the elements of self-hypnosis. When you learn to non-critically accept suggestions, you become more powerful. When you've learned the elements of
Computer.
hypnosis and you've learned to set aside that critical factor, you'll use hypnosis in your life and learn to create a more powerful existence. Here's a great way to learn about non-critically
like his
accepting
Mug grin
suggestions.
is just
Yeah.
What I
bothering
want you to
me.
do is to find yourself a piece of string or yarn between 12 and 18
String
inches
or
long.
yarn.
Once you've done that, tie that piece of string or yarn to a weight, such as a finger ring or a set of keys or a similar object.
Okay.
Stop me right now while you
All
take
right,
care of that.
stop.
And when you've improvised
No, because
your
then the
homemade
tape
pendulum
might mess up.
and you're ready to
the
continue,
capture card,
we'll go
so
on.
I'm not stopping.
For now, just put me on pause, go find the weight and the piece of string, and we'll start
Just
again.
tell us what to do, nerd. Oh, he's gonna do the pendulum
back.
thing. Oh my
Hold
god.
the end of your pendulum
Just
like
get
this.
your mouse up.
Place one hand beneath the pendulum so it's about an inch away.
I'm
Look
playing with a
directly
little
at the
car.
weight on the end of
Yeah,
the
I can do
string
that.
and imagine. Visualize. In your mind's eye, see the pendulum begin to move back and forth. Visualize. Imagine the motion back and forth, back and forth.
You may
The
be a
more
little
you
too little.
visualize,
Yeah,
the
maybe.
more you use your imagination, the
Go to
more the
sleep.
pendulum will move. Allow your mind and eyes to trace that path that you desire
I'll just
the
watch
pendulum
yours.
to move.
There we go.
As you concentrate, the pendulum will indeed begin to move back and forth. In fact, the more you concentrate, the more it swings back and forth. That's fine. You're doing
That's
perfectly.
fine.
That's why cats are so
Stop the
easy to
pendulum right now, no
hypnotize.
matter how much it's moving.
That's right.
What I want you to do now is to begin concentrating on moving the pendulum in a circle. Again, look directly at the pendulum and see it, visualize it. Moving in a circle now. Visualize the circle spinning and turning and rotating. Concentrate. Imagine. See the circle getting larger and larger and larger. The more you concentrate, the more the pendulum will move. That's fine. You're doing perfectly.
How do you
Stop
know?
the
That's
pendulum
fine.
now.
You're
Let's
doing
talk about
perfectly.
what causes the pendulum to move. You should be able to produce the same results at home as I am right here in the studio by simply understanding that what causes the pendulum to move is a simple process.
Yeah,
What
it's
you
called
expect,
telekinesis.
you tend to realize.
Whoa!
What you believe is true.
It's
As
just
long
really
as you
easy to
believe the
teach.
pendulum will move and you concentrate. You visualize the direction you want it to move. There's nothing you can do, say, or think that will stop your arm from moving. We call that psychosomatic movement. The pendulum moves
Attic
psychosomatically.
insane.
What psychosomatically means is
I'm
psycho
not
the
gonna
mind,
lie. The
and
camera
soma the
cuts are
body.
weird.
Your mind will cause your arm to move just
Yeah,
enough
and that
to
thing is
produce that movement in the pendulum.
completely
Your mind
distracting.
always moves in the direction of
The
its
whatever
dominant
it is.
thoughts. And as
The
long
fuck
as
is
you
it?
truly believe the pendulum will move, it will.
It's an art.
Practice this again.
Like,
Practice moving the pendulum
literally,
once
that's
again.
what it probably
And
is.
get
Just like
effective in attaining the same
someone
movement
started
that I'm
making
doing
some
right
kind of
now.
a sculpture and
When
just
you've done
didn't
that,
finish it
we'll continue.
and was
For the
like, that'll
moment,
do.
It's just
simply
like the Venus
practice.
de Milo.
And once
And then
again,
they were
be
like,
on
what
pause.
what
I
is
won't
it? Like,
mind.
what's the point? And he's like,
continue.
oh, it represents inner peace. Yeah, because you see how it doesn't have a head. Yeah, that
Set your pendulum
just
down
like
right now, and we'll go on with the
free of
lesson.
worry,
As
no
I work
brain
with another subject here in the
to
studio,
think and worry about
to teach
things.
you how to
I
respond
really
more
liked
fully.
that card.
Do
by the way.
exactly as we
I
do
was not
here.
paying attention.
It said
Hello there.
pause
Say
tape
your name.
something
Hello,
psychoactive
Chef.
movement
Welcome.
or something.
Sharon and
Fantastic.
you at home, I'd like you to sit back in your chair in a comfortable position.
A black
Put your feet
rooster on a
flat on the floor.
chandelier. It's as good a guess as
You do
any.
the same. Put your hands down in your lap.
Big
In a moment,
black
I'm
Right
going
on
to
your
begin relaxing
penises.
you. As I
Oh.
do, there'll never be a time when you won't be able to hear the sounds in the room about you. You'll always be able to hear the sounds in the room, and any sound you hear will allow you to concentrate more fully on the sound of my voice.
This video is already
Breathe
better
in
because it's
deeper.
got a lady in it.
And now just breathe out. Breathe in a deep relaxation, and breathe out all your anxiety. Continue breathing deeply until I tell you otherwise. In a moment, I'm going to tell you to begin concentrating on one of your hands. And as you do,
Oh
you
boy.
become aware of many
I'm not
things.
sure we should be watching where
You
this is
become aware
going.
of a peaceful sensation going through your body. As you begin concentrating on that hand will begin to
Oh,
feel
no,
light and
I-
relaxed. In fact,
Bad
the more
touch.
you concentrate, the lighter that hand will seem until it begins rising and lifting, lifting and rising further and further up. The more you concentrate, the further that
dear.
hand will move, as if there were a giant bouquet of helium balloons attached to your wrist. Breathe in deeply. And now close your eyes. Close your eyelids down now and allow them to remain closed
Let
until I
your
tell you to open
head
them.
rise
You'll always
and
be able to open
fall.
your eyes unless I give you a direct suggestion otherwise, and I don't intend to do so.
Huh.
Allow your eyelids to remain
Ever.
closed, as hypnosis is a state of mind, not a state of eyelids. As you allow your eyelids to now remain closed, begin
Not a state
concentrating
of
on your hands.
eyelids.
As you concentrate on one of your hands and your eyelids remain closed, you become aware of many things. You become aware of a peaceful sensation going through your body. And as you begin concentrating, you become aware of your calm and easy breathing. As you concentrate, you become aware of the feeling of your fingertips and the feeling of your leg beneath your fingertips. You become aware of the feeling of the material beneath your fingertips, and one of your fingers will now move slightly. It may be your index finger, your middle finger, or your thumb. One of your fingers will now move slightly, and that hand begins to feel light.
What's
and
he gonna
relaxed.
tell her to do
In
right
fact,
now?
so light, it feels as if that hand will now begin
what?
rising and lifting, lifting and rising, relaxing itself right off of your leg, right off of your lap, right off of the chair, right into the air. The more you concentrate, the lighter your hand will seem, and you're concentrating perfectly. Rising and lifting, lifting and rising, relaxing itself right off of your lap. That's fine, further and further up with each and every easy breath you take. The more you concentrate, the lighter it seems, and you're concentrating perfectly. Again, as if there were a giant bouquet of helium balloons attached to your wrist, rising and lifting, lifting and rising further and further up. As you concentrate, your hand moves further and further right toward the ceiling. That's fine. You're
Until
doing
you
perfectly.
fly.
In a moment, I'm going to touch your wrist.
Yep.
In a moment, I want you at home to imagine I'm touching your wrist.
That's
And let it
fine.
drop
You're
back
doing
limply and
perfectly.
loosely into your lap. The moment I touch your wrist, relax every muscle as if it were made from a handful of loose rubber bands, and relax it right back down into your lap. Relax now. Imagine I'm touching your wrist, and it goes further and further down. That's fine. You're doing perfectly. Once you've learned this process more completely by simply practicing, you'll achieve the same results we have here in our studio. If you need more instruction on arm levitation and you need to master it more completely, just back us up and we'll go through it again. Otherwise, we'll continue with our final lesson in hypnosis.
The final
Again,
lesson.
Before we do, though, be sure you practice arm levitation. So, stop me.
Okay.
Back me up if you need to review it again. Otherwise, practice arm levitation on your own right now. Once
I can
you've
do it.
mastered
I
that,
can levitate
we'll
my
continue.
arm. Pause tape. Practice arm levitation.
The first thing you need to learn is how to completely relax. In this relaxed state of mind, body, and spirit, you're most responsive to suggestions. You go through a state similar to hypnosis twice a day, once as you awaken and once as you go to sleep. It's that point right before you sleep and right before you awaken, when you're in a state that we call theta, when your mind, body, and
Theta.
spirit are relaxed. Now, you can still hear what's going on around you. Your attention is simply focused in a specific direction or area. To teach you how to relax, I'm going to once again work with our lovely model, Cher. Cher, I want you to do exactly as I direct you to do, and you there at home do exactly as we do here in the studio. The first thing I want you to do is to extend your arms straight out in front of you. You do the same. Now take your thumb and put your thumb straight up, as if you were hypnotic hitchhiking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a hold of Cher's thumb, just like that. Cher, I want you to relax your arm now. Let it go limp and loose, as if it were made from a handful of loose rubber bands. In a moment, I'm going to let it go. And when it's as relaxed as it possibly can be, I want you to simply say yes. Is it relaxed? Great. As I let go of the arm, it should drop as if it were a book falling from my hand straight down. That's fine. Notice how
That's
it does
fine.
drop,
You're doing great.
as if it were made from a limp, wet rag right down into her lap.
Noodle. Say
I want you to
noodle.
do the same thing at home. If you're by yourself, just stick one arm straight out in front of you. Grab your thumb with your opposite hand, or you can grab your wrist if you need to do that. Hold the hand into the air and begin to relax it. Let it become limp and loose and make sure that it's as relaxed as it can possibly be. That's it. As it's relaxed as completely as it can be, when you let it go, I want you to simply allow it to drop down into your lap. When you do it, it should drop into your lap like this. Again, as if I were letting go of a book and dropping it straight into my lap. Repeat this again. Extend your arms straight out in front of you.
We've seen some
Grab a
real
hold of
shit
your
talkers
wrist or
in
your
the
thumb
past, but this I think is
relax
the
your
most
arm.
fraud
Learn to
video we've
relax your hand
watched.
completely. Let it become limp and loose.
Wow.
Let it drop into your lap. Now, when you learn to relax
It
your
really
arm completely,
works.
you can learn to relax the rest of your body as well. So take the time right now to learn how to relax your arm completely. If there's someone near you that's viewing this video with you, it'll be a lot of fun for the two of you to take turns relaxing your arms. When you're done, come on back. And remember that as you relax your hand,
Watch the
you should
video
also
from the
relax your
start.
shoulder, your arm, and all the muscles around that body part to allow you utmost relaxation. Stop the video
Utmost.
right now and
No.
practice relaxing your arm. It's important. And when you're feeling comfortable with that part of the lesson, start the video up again and we'll continue.
Yay, time for another pause tape card. Practice isolated relaxation.
Welcome back. You're doing perfectly. In our next lesson, I'm going to instruct you
Pierre,
to
for
take
short.
3 deep breaths. With each breath, you're going to say these words out loud. Relaxing now. Take
Okay.
1 deep breath and say the words relaxing now. Relaxing now.
Relaxing
That's fine.
now.
Take the
It's
second
not
deep breath
working because I
and
still
you'll say
see
again,
what is it?
relaxing now.
Relax.
Look at that thing.
Take the 3rd deep breath and say the
third
words
deep breath.
relaxing now.
Relaxing now.
Now, by the
Relaxing.
third breath, if not by the fourth, you're going to simply relax your eyelids. You're going to close
You
them
missed
down.
out on it. He taught us
You're
a
going
trick that we
to
can do, and
relax
it
your
really
body into a more
works.
What was
comfortable
the trick?
position.
And if you
you're
hold
simply
your
going to
thumb
let
and
go.
then let your arm
Do
go
exactly
loose,
as
if you
I
let
said.
go of your
The
thumb,
moment I
then
say
your arm
go,
will just
take
fall
those
to your
3
lap.
deep breaths.
Wow, you're
and simply relax
hypnotized.
It's a
your body.
miracle. I feel like
Breathe in deeply
I'm in control of my life.
and go.
Good.
Although I
Breathe
wasn't in
again,
control of
say
my
the
arm
words.
for that duration.
Relaxing now. With each and every easy
Yeah,
breath you
as I
take,
said, we've
allow
heard
your
some real
eyelids
shit
to now
talkers
close
and
down.
some real gift to the gab people on the
Let your
show, but this
neck
is the
now
most
go limp and
fraudulent
loose
video
as
that
if it
we've
were
watched
made
ever.
from a handful
Disagree.
of loose rubber bands.
Really?
Disagree. The
Every
most
muscle
fraud guy is the guy who was
easily
fucking telling the sad
and
story,
readily relaxing. That's
making
fine.
people in the
You're
audience
doing
cry.
perfect.
The love
Just
guy,
sit
but
back
we've
in
still
your
got
chair,
10
Chad.
videos of his to
Take a
watch.
That
deep
fucking guy
breath.
is
You're
probably
able.
the worst human being.
As you relax
He's a
in this
disgrace.
fashion,
Yeah?
the more
Yeah.
you relax, the easier it'll get.
I just kind of feel like this
The
is
moment I'm going
presented
to
in
count
such a
from
way
1 to
that it's
3,
just
on the count of
easy to
3, you'll
say
open your
bullshit,
eyes.
whereas the other guy's
1,
just gift to the gab
2,
talking.
and 3. Open your eyes.
Yeah, but he can totally be called
Sit up in
out
your
of his
chair.
bullshit too.
And we'll repeat this again. This time, you at home are going to do the same thing.
This
moment,
genuinely
I'm
could
going
help
to say
someone
the word
relax
go.
though. Like,
The moment I say the word go,
is the
just
thing.
as
I'm not
Sherry's
saying
doing
it's
here
going
in
to be
our
life
studio,
changing or
you're
anything,
going
but
to
this sort of
take
thing
3
can
deep
be good
breaths.
to help people
Between
like
each breath,
calm
you're going
down
to say the words,
if they are the
relaxing
right kind of
now.
person for it. If that
As you
makes
say
sense.
relaxing now each time, you'll simply let go. Your eyelids will close down. Your body is going to relax, and you're simply going to let go. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Breathe in deeply, and go.
Where?
As you breathe in deeply, your eyelids now begin to close. Your eyelids close down.
Informative
Your
murder
body
porn.
relaxes, limp and loose, as if it were made from a handful of loose rubber bands. That's fine. You're doing perfectly.
That's fine, you're doing
Relax.
perfectly.
Let it go. Close your
Yeah.
eyelids down
For me,
now.
it's like I
With
can
each and
sleep
every
if Zach
easy
Baggins, the
breath
guy
you
who
take,
does Ghost Adventures, is
your
on
body
TV because I get
relaxes
bored
and lets go.
and I fall
With
asleep.
each breath, let your body relax now.
What else? I can
Relaxing
sleep to
now.
like tornado
That's
videos.
fine. You're doing
Like
perfectly.
videos of tornado
In
chases
a
or
moment,
just
I'm
people
going
filming
to count
tornadoes?
from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you'll
People
open your
chasing them
eyes,
is
feeling
generally
fantastic
easier
in every
because
way.
that's like
On the count of 3,
like there's some
open
people that
your
live
eyes,
streams like storm
feeling
chasing,
fantastic
and I'll
in
just put
every
that
way.
on and I'll find myself
1,
like drifting off while I'm watching
2,
it. I don't know why I find that
and
relaxing,
3.
but I do.
Open your eyes now. Sit up in your chair. Take a long, deep breath. As you learn to relax each and every time you do, it'll become easier and easier.
Easier
Again,
and
in a
easier.
moment, I'm going to say the word
What
go.
if you put yourself
And
in
this time, you're
hypnosis
going to
and you
repeat the
forget to
process.
get yourself out of it?
Except rather than saying the words out
Damn.
loud, you're going to simply think the words, relaxing
Are they
now.
dead? No, they're
You're going to
hypnotized.
breathe in deeply.
Who hypnotized them? Themselves.
Breathe out.
Only the person who
You're going
hypnotized
to
them
think
can
the
bring
words,
themselves out of a
relaxing
trance.
now. And as
What
you
are we
do,
gonna
you want
do?
to let your body become more limp and more loose. I'll do it one last time here with
No,
the
Turn into
definitely
Patrick.
the sound of chaos.
In a moment,
Like
I'm
if
going to
we
say
were
the
watching a
word
home
go.
video
The
and
moment
there
I
was
do,
like
you're
a
going
baby
to
crying
simply
and
say
like
the
an argument
words,
going on in the other room, like
relaxing now inside
that's the
of your
kind of
mind.
chaos I can't deal with.
As you do, you're going to breathe deeply. You're going to let it go. And you're going to say the words relaxing now again. Each time you breathe in deeply and think those
Relaxing
words,
now
as
again.
if you were made from a handful of loose rubber bands, you'll let go.
Rubber
Breathe in deeply
bands.
and go. Think the words.
Relaxing now
His
again.
stare, it looks kind of
As you
menacing
do,
too.
your
Like when he
eyelids close
looks
down.
at something,
Let
it
your
looks
eyelids go.
menacing.
That's fine. You're doing perfect.
That's fine, you're doing perfectly.
Relaxing now. Your body
It's
now
hip to be a
completely
square.
relaxes and you
How
let
do you
go.
know I'm doing it? What if I'm
That's
doing it
fine.
completely wrong?
Deeper and deeper. Way down.
Maybe doing it wrong is also
Allow your
fun.
body to relax calmly
Did I
and
fix it
easily,
though?
Yeah,
peacefully.
as long
In
as
a
you
moment,
try.
I'm going to count from 1 to 3 again.
Nah, I don't know
And
if
the
I
moment
believe
I
in
do,
that.
you'll open your eyes. Continue relaxing deeply until I say the number 3.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. Open your eyes now,
The
feeling
phrase
aware,
number 3
wide
or
awake.
the number 3?
You're going to repeat that process once again. Except this time,
What?
again, rather than saying the words out loud, you're simply going to think them to yourself. You may find your eyelids closing down more rapidly now. That's how they should respond.
I
You
actually
should
feel less
also
tired
find
now that I
yourself
poop.
relaxing more completely, because each and every time you respond in a given fashion to any circumstance, it becomes increasingly easier to respond in that fashion again. This time in your own mind, you're going to count from 1 to 3 of your own accord.
So
to
it's
bring
just
yourself
mental
back to
conditioning
full
with
awareness,
extra steps.
as if I were talking to you.
Yes.
It would look like you were breathing deeply, saying relaxing.
I
now,
don't know. I think that
going
term of
into that
power's got
relaxed
something to do with it
state.
as well.
And then
True.
you'll simply think the words
There's
1,
a certain
2,
energy
and 3,
radiating off it
and
if
open
you
your
can't take your eyes off it.
You'll let Cher do appear on screen.
Getting weird
while
vibes
you
about
do it
that
at
thing.
home. Should you need to watch her and see what it looks like, it'll look something like this.
It's like they painted it with that pure black
Cher,
stuff.
in a moment, I'm going to say the word go.
They got some
When I
Vanta
do, I
Black
want
in,
you to
and
simply think the words relaxing now.
but that would imply they're
With each
time
breath
travelers,
you
right?
take.
Because Vanta Black is
Relaxing
a
your body,
relatively new
letting
deal,
go.
at least compared to
Your
this
body will
tape.
stay relaxed for about 5 to 14 seconds.
Well, it's also bad
Then you're going
quality,
to
so a
count
lot of the
mentally from 1 to
definition is
3
being lost
to bring
because of the
yourself
bad
back
quality.
out of
I'm
that
saying it's
hypnotic
like
relaxation. Get ready
Yeah, but it's more interesting if it is
and
that.
go.
Oh.
Relaxing now. Relaxing
And they
now.
just put a gloss coat over the
That's
top.
fine. With each and
That's
every
fine,
easy
you're doing
breath you
great.
take, just thinking those words. Relaxing now. Allow your body to go limp and loose. Relaxing now. Of your own accord,
Now, I'm going
I
to take
want you
her
to
into the
feel
other room
just
for a
to
minute.
simply think the words
Please don't
1,
follow.
2, and 3. The moment you say the number 3,
There is
bring
a video
yourself
of
back
that.
out of trance.
Yeah, you've mentioned that.
How to pick up women via
That's
hypnosis.
fine. Once you
Yeah.
master the
Sounds bad
process
to
of
me.
completely relaxing
Sounds
yourself
horrible.
at will, then you can use this process to put yourself into trance and can begin to program yourself with suggestions. It's important you learn each lesson in succession. So right now, take the time to practice again. Put yourself into trance by saying, relaxing now. After you put yourself into trance, count yourself back to full awareness by counting from 1 to 3. Continue doing that until you feel comfortable. Once again, put me on pause and come back
She's either
once you've
very
mastered
much in a
that
trance
skill.
or very, very uncomfortable on camera.
Pause tape. Practice self-hypnosis induction.
Welcome back. I know you're doing perfectly. Thanks, Cher, for helping us out. We appreciate it.
No.
To understand how your mind works, I've created some rules of the mind. Understanding these rules will allow you
Creating
to
them,
use your
huh?
mind as
Yeah.
the powerful tool it really is.
It was
Here are
spoken
the
to him in
rules
a
of the
dream.
mind. Rule number 1.
100%
What you
believe
expect,
you.
you tend to realize. What this means is your mind will move in the direction of its dominant thought. Those things which you think about most tend to happen. What you focus on expands. Have you ever noticed that as you were thinking about purchasing a new car, that everywhere you looked, it appeared as if everybody else was driving that vehicle? Your
Really?
mind will move in the direction of its dominant thought, and what you expect, you tend to realize. Rule number 2.
This is the secret again.
Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. What you believe is true for you. Albert Einstein
dangerous.
said, imagination
That's
is
how
more
you end up
powerful
with
than knowledge,
cults.
and what he meant was, if a person believes
And
something,
anti-vaxxers and stuff.
it's more real than reality. It's true for them. So what you must first do is to learn to act as if what you want is already true, so you can attain that in your life. Rule number 3. Every thought or emotion has a psychosomatic reaction. That means worry thoughts can trigger changes in your stomach that can give you ulcers. When you're angry, it could stimulate your adrenal glands and cause your pupils to dilate or to give you goosebumps. Just the same as that when you get a hug from someone you love, it can make you feel warm on the inside. Psychosomatic means it's actually your mind causing your body temperature to increase. Psycho the mind, soma the body. Rule number 4, an idea programmed into the subconscious mind will remain until it's replaced by another idea. The longer an idea is affixed in the subconscious mind, the tougher it is for the critical or conscious mind in replacing it. This is how a habit is formed. We have mental and physical habits. To perform a physical habit, we must first form the mental habit. In other words, we must think before we can act. If we wish to change a physical habit or action, we must first change the mental habit or thought. Some people believe that cigarettes calm them down. This is a totally incorrect habit. Since nicotine is a stimulant, it couldn't possibly relax the nervous system. And yet, since most people associate smoking with pleasurable situations, such as dancing or socializing or dining, the cigarette has actually become a post-hypnotic suggestion, or what I call a mind trigger, to positive psychosomatic reactions within the body. The
Clearly,
body
he's never
actually
been in a
produces
tight,
enough
enclosed
endorphins
room full of
to
people
combat the
smoking
power of the
cigars.
nicotine
Right.
and to relax the nervous system.
That shit relaxes your nervous system.
Rule number 5. the less the conscious effort,
And then you all
the
fall
more
asleep.
the subconscious
right.
mind will respond. There's really nothing such as pure willpower.
That was the haziest
If you've
room
ever
I've
tried to
ever
go
been
to sleep
in.
at night and you're focused on sleeping, you realize that that was impossible. In fact, the more you focused on sleeping, the less you could sleep. The more you thought about going to sleep, the more you tossed and turned. The key in getting yourself to sleep at night is to allow yourself to focus on one thing, such as the incredible outcomes you want in your life. I promise you that you'll easily and readily drift into sleep when you focus on the positive things that you want. Rule number 6 is, each suggestion you accept allows greater acceptance of later suggestions. What that means is, small commitments lead to large commitments. That's why I've already taught you how to relax your body easily and readily. First with your arm, and then with the rest of your body. When you
Is
learn
he
to
going to sell
relax
us a
in that
part 2 at the
progressive
end, you
way,
reckon?
then you'll learn to relax even more
This
completely
guy feels
and
like a part
readily
2 guy.
as you now
Yeah.
accept these suggestions.
1 a month for 2 years.
Rule number 7.
Actually,
Your
it says
body
right
will
on here in the
produce what
back
your
that one of the
mind
things it will teach you
believes.
is how to write self-hypnosis
that again.
programs so you can
Your
produce your own
body
audio
will
cassettes and
produce what
save
your
money.
mind believes. Extended emotional belief.
I respect
can
that,
actually
because this
cause
is something that
physical
works. Like, I'm
changes.
sure this does
The
work
more
for
you
some
focus
people.
on
I don't think it
something,
would be
the more
most
likely
people,
it
but
is to show up in your body.
He's making more
That's what we
sense in this
call
last little bit, but in the
dis-ease
middle
or
it was
disease.
kind of weird.
When you focus on
Yeah.
something, it tends
he's
to
tying,
occur.
like, real
I had
science
a
into
client
just,
in
Into
my
like...
the
therapy
hypno
office who
thingies.
kept talking
Yeah.
about his family and his job, and that they were a pain in the neck. 5 years later, it was
His lawyer
discovered that he
probably
had
told him to
cancer
put
in
those
his neck.
bits in.
That's how powerful your mind really is.
No, definitely not. He probably just,
Rule
like,
number 8.
needs
We
to sound
tend to
smart.
move in the direction of our most dominant thoughts.
But also, like...
I've said this earlier. Now, since you move in the direction of your
I don't know
dominant
about the whole
thought,
hypnosis
your
thing,
mind
but it
can
is
only
pretty
respond
true
to the
that it's
things you
just
think
like
about.
a matter of the
And it
mind.
responds most quickly
Get
and
past
openly
those
to
mental
suggestions
blocks
that are
and you can
similar to preceding
generally have an
suggestions.
easier time with things.
That which we seek, we do find. If you look for the bad in an individual or a situation, your perceptions of that quality will be heightened. When you look for the bad, that's what you'll find. And when you find the bad, it reinforces that previous thought structure and will move you further in that direction of those negative feelings about that person or that situation.
I'm pretty good at, like,
Now,
distancing
after
myself
you've
from
learned to
that kind of
relax
shit
and you want to begin writing your own hypnotic suggestions,
when it comes
you
to, like,
need
being
to
mad
follow
at
a
people.
specific
I'm never really
strategy to
staying
doing
mad
just
too
that.
long.
You can use these to create mega impactful
There's probably
suggestions
very few
that will
people
have the greatest impact
that I would
upon
never
your
want to see
subconscious
again
mind,
ever in any
and will create
circumstance.
within you an overwhelming desire to respond to those suggestions. Use the following formula to write your suggestions. Rule number 1 for forming a successful hypnotic suggestion is as follows. Use positive versus negative. When you're making suggestions,
posture
a
up at the
positive
Prime sub.
suggestion would be, my breath smells fresh as a non-smoker. An incorrect or ineffective suggestion would be, my breath doesn't stink anymore. It's more powerful to say, I am slender
I keep
and
forgetting to
attractive.
turn the audio off on
It's
those.
less empowering to say, I'm not fat. You see, it's impossible for your mind to respond to a suggestion going the opposite direction of what you want to go. In other words, it's impossible for your mind to perceive or conceive of a don't. When you program yourself to say, I don't overeat, all your mind can hear is overeat. Use a positive versus a negative. Rule number
Undereat?
2, use the present tense.
I eat
It's more
healthily.
effective to say,
Oh,
I
well,
sleep
too many
easily
words.
at night. It's less
I'm
effective to
healthy.
say, I'm
Too many
going to
words.
sleep easily
Health.
at night.
Thin.
You
Too
want your
vague.
suggestions
Thin.
to be in the
Too
specific
vague.
moment. You want to give a suggestion such as,
Oh.
I am a non-smoker,
But the
instead
other
of
tape.
saying, I'm going to become a non-smoker. You see, going to never happens. The present positive
the only word
tense
I heard in
rules
that was
apply
smoker,
for effective
and now I want a
suggestion
cigarette.
making. Rule number 3, be simple. Treat your subconscious mind as if it were a bright child, as if it were operating on a 7-year-old level. I want you to realize that any
You're
verbose
hypnotized
attempts
now,
at
aren't you?
semantical effectiveness are bound to
He's not
lose
gonna
effect
smoke
in
and
the
he's gonna
subconscious
keep his
mind
weight down.
and only decrease their level of power
That
of
depends on how
suggestion.
much of the boy's
At
food
the
he
same time,
steals.
keep in mind rule number
Well, he
4,
licked up the cake
and that
crumbs.
is
Of course he fucking did.
create exciting, descriptive, emotional words, such as empowering, dramatic, effective, and electrifying. These
like
types of words
electrifying.
create more emotional impact upon the
electrifying.
subconscious mind. And since your subconscious mind is your
Reminds me
feeling
of The
mind,
Rock.
it'll create more powerful
It
suggestions
reminds
for
me
you to
that I
respond
gotta
to.
shape up.
Rule
'Cause
number
I need
You need a
5
man.
is use affirmative action. Let the suggestion that you give to yourself describe an action instead of an aptitude. It's more effective to say, I speak clearly and with purpose. It's not as effective to say, I'm able to get my message across. One is an attitude, one is an aptitude. Rule number 6, focus your suggestions. Begin by choosing just one area of reprogramming. If you give yourself so many suggestions, it's impossible to focus. You'll lose all their effectiveness. When you hypnotize yourself to become a non-smoker,
I
refrain
liked
from
when he called
suggesting
people
your golf game
jabronis.
is better by 7 strokes, or that you're a better public speaker,
Matt
or that
Tatum
you'll
still
remember
does.
the names and faces of everybody you meet
moments.
instantly,
Good.
and you'll lose weight and become more powerful at work. What you want to do is to
So
choose
they
one
should.
area and describe the
I feel like
changes
it's a
that you
word
want
that
to
more
accomplish
people need to
in
use.
that area.
It's pretty great. It's a
Once
pretty
you
great
reach
word.
that goal, that'll have a dramatic, positive impact on where you can go from there,
I
and the
definitely don't
acceptance of
watch much
additional suggestions
American
as
wrestling
you continue
anymore.
on with your series.
It's all
Rule
Australian.
number 7, use all the available details when you're writing suggestions for your programs. Research
My
that
goal by
area
the end of the year
development that
is
you want
to
cover,
be
and
in a
allow it
point
to
where I could
include
go to any
every
state's
attitude
wrestling
and
show
behavior
and probably
that you
know
can
at
find
least like
concerning
60
that
to
goal.
70% of the
As an
wrestlers there.
example, to help a person who wants
That's
to
my
become
goal
more
for the year.
effective as an entertainer,
To watch enough
I'd
local
create
wrestling
these
for
types
that.
of suggestions. I'd say to them, you love to entertain. You enjoy being the center of attention.
I
The
definitely
lights
don't.
trigger an energy within you and allow you to feel empowered. The more you perform, the better you get as you allow the audience's applause to empower you and make you more confident. You're totally at ease in front of the cameras or on stage. You are a better entertainer each and every easy breath you take.
Thanks.
The next thing I want you to do is to realize that each and every time you make a goal, make it one that you can reach. So, rule number 8 is use attainable
How many goals do we have? I mean,
Sometimes it's not
plot points.
appropriate to suggest
Rules.
perfection.
As many
So
as
many
you want.
rules.
To say you always plan your day
10 Commandments?
exactly in advance is a
Mm,
tough goal for a mother who has 5 children,
I
and
always
it could
liked
only lead to
the 12
frustration.
instead.
You are always happy and
The
excited
decimal
might
system
be a
never
tough
sat right with
suggestion
me.
to accept, because sometimes those
The hell
emotions
do?
certainly wouldn't
Yeah,
be
I want the
appropriate,
Decaldo.
such as at funerals or other somber occasions. I want you to use the words that suggest perfection, such as always and exactly, in goals that you are capable of reaching. An example might be, I always sit down when I eat. I always set down my eating utensil between bites. Unattainable goals will only lead to frustration and to a desire to go back to your old habits that never served you in the first place. Rule number 9, be exact. If you want to produce the result and it is measurable, such as a body weight or a golf score or a sales figure, use the exact amount of the weight, score, or sales figure. Your mind will go for what you direct it to go for. In fact, the best idea is to do what I call tasking yourself, or creating a greater resistance. Move a little further ahead than what you think you can really get to. That will allow your subconscious mind
Do
the
more
ability to project you
demonstrations.
forward and to test you,
Yeah.
to cause you to create greater
Bring back the
results.
pretty lady.
Rule number 10,
Your
I like
victim.
the
I mean,
personalize
friend.
it by suggesting your own personal change instead of the change of
Personalize
others.
it. Give it a name.
It's correct to say, I take full responsibility for my communication with others, both in the
Drunk this way
sending
too quickly.
and in the receiving
That's
of
going to be a
ideas.
problem.
It's incorrect or ineffective to say, other people listen to
I'm
me
going to be
and
peeing
understand
lots.
me. You can never control the actions or attitudes of other people. And in order for things to change, you must change. So when you program your own subconscious mind with these suggestions, suggest something of your own change.
I don't want to alarm
rather than
everybody,
the
but I
change
did
of
some
others.
real hypnosis this episode.
Yeah?
Took
Rule
a
number 11,
dexamphetamine.
Hell yeah.
use a post-hypnotic suggestion.
Is it working?
A post-hypnotic suggestion,
Very much
or a
so.
mind
Remember
trick,
how I was talking
is a
about how my
word
brain
or
was like a
phrase
cloud?
that
Yeah.
allows
Or
you
like
to
foggy.
recall an entire
not really
suggestion
anymore.
instantly.
Oh, that's good.
What a post-hypnotic suggestion is like
There's
is
that
the
band
trigger
button.
on a gun that you
Get
loaded
outta
and
here,
packed with
loser.
information, ideas, concepts, and emotion. And when you pull the trigger on the gun, it allows you to respond quickly to the suggestion that you've given yourself.
Typical American.
The final rule,
Always the
12, is
guns.
that when you're
Yeah.
programming for the
Yeah.
use of a post-hypnotic
Well,
suggestion,
you know, that's
use
what
the
they get
first
taught
person.
in school.
When you're reading the program out loud before placing yourself in trance,
That was
speak
not nice.
in the first person, such as,
I
I
like
am
that one.
confident.
That's savage.
My message is interesting. I am unstoppable. And yet, when you're recording a cassette, use the second person delivery. Instead, say, you
Shame
are
we can't
confident.
just use the
Your
apps on our
message
phones
is
to record
interesting.
stuff.
You
We've
are
got to use a
unstoppable.
cassette.
Using a cassette is
Yeah.
actually what we call projected hypnosis, or hypnosis by another
Well, you
individual.
can get
Now,
apps
even
that
though
make
it's your
things
own
look like they're
voice,
on a cassette.
you know
Cool.
you're putting
I think I
yourself
have
in
one.
that relaxed state.
And I paid for the
You know
premium
how
because
your
it actually
mind
looked pretty
operates.
fucking great.
You
Did you
know
try
that
and
you
stick
must
your
now
pen through your phone?
use a second person
I
by
should've.
saying you easily and readily
Oh, I
lose
know
weight.
it's stuck.
You now know the rules for structuring successful hypnotic suggestions. Take the time to stop me right now
Oh
and
man,
to write out
I
a
lost
program that you
concentration
can
at
use to
like the
enhance
last
your
rule.
life.
Do we get to 10 or
It should
over
be
10?
approximately 8
12, I
to
think.
10 minutes
12?
long.
Hell
When you
yeah.
read it out loud.
I think it
After
was
you've written
12.
your program, come on back, and I'll teach you the ingredients for producing a successful self-hypnosis audio cassette.
Pause
create
tape
your own
to
audio
write
cassette.
your program.
Welcome back. I'm going to teach you now how to create your own subconscious self-hypnosis audio cassettes. To
Nice.
create your cassette, the best kind of cassette to use is what we call a C45. That's 22.5 minutes per side. This length allows you ample opportunity to both
Sweet.
write your program
Techie
and
stuff.
also to record what we call
Hell yeah,
fractional
techie stuff.
induction. Step number 2 is to write out the specific program you're working on, be it weight loss or non-smoking or prosperity or speaking clearly and with confidence. When you write out your program, make it about 8 to 10 minutes long. When you write on a regular piece of paper, that'll be about 3 pages. Step number 3, leave 45 seconds of blank tape at the beginning of your recording. This will allow for any leader take, as well as give you ample opportunity to get settled in as you listen to the tape later. Rule number 4, set your recording levels. Simply do a test. Record a few sentences and play it back later, and if it's at the proper volume, continue from there. Step number 5, record the fractional induction from your script.
It's not
If you don't
homework,
have
so
the
you're
script,
using
then
negative
call Silver
language now.
Enterprises
It's
at
a
the phone number
project.
at the end of
It's
this
a
video
project.
to get a copy for yourself. Rule number 6, continue with your personally pre-written program.
It's a podcast.
That's the program that you wrote that was 8 to 10 minutes long regarding the area that you're working on right now. Rule number 7, at the
You know what
end
would be the
of your
best fucking
relaxation
thing?
period,
If we found
give
another copy of
yourself
this
a
tape that actually
5-count
had
removal of
someone's
trance.
Cassette
That
cassette
too is
with
on
it.
the script that you got from Silver Enterprises.
That would be fucking
It
incredible.
sounds something like this. On number 1,
That's
you
right.
feel
We knew
relaxed
that
and
when we
comfortable.
started both
On number
tapes.
2, your body has a natural energy coursing through its veins. On number 3, you feel as if your body has been washed in a crystal clear
It's
brook.
more
and you feel
improvement
fantastic.
of the mind.
On number 4, your eyes and mind are being washed in that brook, and you are seeing and thinking more clearly. On number 5, open your eyes,
Most of us
wide
need a new
awake,
operating
fully
system.
aware. Number 5.
Yeah, that's what my drugs are for.
Just a couple of things to think about as you make your
Like
own
safe mode.
self-hypnosis audio cassettes. First of all, be good to yourself and be gentle on your own voice. The first time I heard my own voice, it didn't sound like me. And the first time you hear your own voice on audio cassette, it can be a little bit shocking. Trust me, you sound great. You sound wonderful. Also, when you're doing
Thanks,
your program,
man.
be sure that it includes certain elements.
I actually
The
think I've got a
elements that
pretty
you want it
unique
to
voice.
include are a goal of what and
Well, I
how.
don't mind hearing my own
Be
voice on the
specific.
playback.
It should also include a section visualizing where you want yourself to actually be. Project yourself into the future and then be there. See it first to attain it now. And finally, a reinforcement section. Listen to your tape for approximately 21 days. It takes about that long to form a new habit and to affix it in your subconscious mind. As you progress,
Like once
you're
a
going
day
to
or
need
like
to re-record
constantly?
your cassette to keep up with those wonderful goals that you're attaining. There you have it. You've learned to create psychosomatic response in your body with a pendulum. You've also learned to relax with arm levitation. You've learned how powerful your mind truly is in directing your body. You've also learned the process of self-hypnosis, how to put yourself into trance by simply thinking the words, relaxing now. You've learned to do a 5-count and a 3-count removal of trance as well. I also gave you the rules of how your mind operates and how to structure mega-impacted hypnotic suggestions. You now know how to create
But
your
yet
own
you're still
personal
pathetic. What's going on?
self-hypnosis audio cassettes.
I did
To
all
save
these
yourself
things for you.
thousands of dollars
And
and
you're
truly
still a
get what you
loser.
want. There's a big
Buy
distinction
tape
in
2
what
and maybe
people
we
do,
can get
getting
through
what they
this.
want, and people who simply get by. The biggest distinction is they take action. Now, whether you take action right now on this process is up to you. Record your cassette. Listen to it. Live your life at its fullest. You are indeed a powerful, intelligent, wonderful human being, and you're certainly worthy of all the good things this life has to give you.
I like
More
this guy.
information
He's
on
so
how you can
positive.
change your life and get more of what you want.
He may have a
Areas of
weird, like,
relationships, your
glare
personal well-being,
and a weird
and your
smile.
wealth, as well as how to
I
learn
like
more
this
about
guy.
selling through the art of hypnosis. Call us at Silver Enterprises. Lastly, I leave you with this thought, and that is, may you live 10 years longer than I do, and I'm never going to die. Have a fantastic life.
Oh, what a
Happy
sign
hypnosis.
off.
That's interesting. I like that. Did he come up with that?
I don't know.
That's a good one. I want to hear the evil version of him say, I hope you live a week less than me and I am jumping in front of a bus on Tuesday.
Experience the power. Oh, you enjoyed that one?
Yeah, I did. I like that guy.
Silver Enterprises.
I have to strongly disagree that he's the biggest fraudster we've watched.
I thought he was the biggest fraudster when he was making me hold my thumb and let it drop down. Then he got onto the normal science stuff to, solidify him. And he had a nice smile.
No, he didn't.
It reminded me of that guy who likes hip to be a square. Whoa.
Whoa!
Bzzzt.
Okay,
We're watching past where it got stopped at last.
we are. There we go, it stopped. It stopped counting.
Yeah.
Righto.
Mm.
Are you awake now, Arch?
No.
Yeah, he's awake. He's just looking at me like,
Oh,
don't talk to me, dude. Can't be here.
he's not though.
He is. Because he was dead asleep before.
It's interesting how he can get comfy in like a position that also exists in a multitude of different positions because I keep moving him around and he's just like,
Yeah, it's crazy. He just likes attention.
yeah.
Closeness, don't you, Arch? Anyway, that was fun.
Yeah.
That first tape I don't know about, but I mean, I'm clearly not the target audience, am I?
It had some things. You missed out on the middle part, though. You've got to rewatch it. Or maybe I'll edit it down, because it really did look like he was going to get her to touch herself sexually at one point.
Nice.
It had like a big close-up of her hands on her lap with the short skirt, and he's like, now feel your fingers lifting. I'm like, oh, no.
Lifting that skirt up.
Yeah. We all now hypnotize zombies.
Yay! Woo! Thanks for the bits and the sub, of course, Postrio.
What do you think you might like to do next episode?
I don't know.
Is it time enough to see if we got another Eat Carpet episode?
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. I'm happy to do that. I also do have a few tapes I need to go through. Maybe I'll find something fun on one of those.
Okay.
Probably not, though.
Oh.
The fact that it's 2 big boxes of tapes implies to me that it's probably not going to be that interesting.
You got to do the pause tape thing that I do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
2 big boxes.
I like it.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, not at all. No, nothing. I did make a new mixy tapey thing, but we can watch that at start of next episode.
Okay, well, it is ready to go whenever. So.
Oh, you'll just play it then.
Okay.
I cut up another wedding one. This has got hey look, Valentine's Day was last week, so we got a wedding tape. So there's a lot of airplane noises, which I thought was fun.
And on behalf of Avril and Gavin and their families, I would like to welcome you to their wedding ceremony. I pledge these things to you.
The budget wedding before budget weddings were a thing.
Yeah,
Respect it.
with airplanes and ice cream trucks.
Turns around and all the guests want the ice cream man. Shouldn't have done it near the airport.
I do like how they all kind of stop.
To you forever.
Sorry,
So I'm there. Oh, no, we're not trying to get her talking. The planes.
rush hour.
Film the planes. Shouldn't have done it during the air show, man.
That's rush hour.
Hey! No, really? I respect it.
There we go.
Hey!
Yeah, I thought that, what was it, like 2 hour freaking tape had that much interesting stuff on it. So ta-da! More home movie tapes gone through and cut up because we don't want
Beautiful.
to sit and
That's kind of what I'm hoping to find in the boxes, because I honestly, they're from my grandma,
Ooh.
who died like what 2 years ago now or something, a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. I don't know, I lost track of time.
You're trying to find some wedding videos and stuff.
And I have no fucking idea what's in there. Like, but there's so many tapes. It's not all home video. There's no chance that
I
it's
have
that.
the same box for my grandpa actually, and I know there's home videos in there, like fishing trips and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Well,
and I have a prop if I ever decide to watch one on the show.
that's some foreshadowing, folks.
Yeah,
All the more reason to tune into future episodes. Woo!
yeah.
We're great. Our show kicks
Avoid
ass.
late fees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that.
Yeah, and I hope I live 10 years longer than you, and I'm gonna live forever.
Hey!
Wait, that's the wrong way.
wrong way around. Oh
Oh,
well.
no.